Okay, so magically the Junipers on PEs 2 to 4 and PEs 4 to 3 and PEs 3 to 1 have managed to be configured. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little look and we're going to configure the core router so it's got all of its connections up and running. So let's bring up firstly the command line and let's do a show pipe compare. Okay, so as we can see, as soon as I commit, we have our connection from P1, our logical tunnel, to P3. We have our connections from P2 to P4, and we have our connections from P3 to both P4 and to PE1. Okay, so let's commit that. And it shouldn't take too long. There we go, that's done. Okay, so now we have full connectivity, or we should have full connectivity between the 4 devices. Obviously we've not got a routing protocol in place, but we can sort that out shortly. But what we need to do is now sort out the core. So we're going to sort out the core, but we're going to do edit logical systems, and we're going to call it core. And then once we've done that, we're going to sit there and we're going to put the logical tunnels in place. So edit logical systems core. Fantastic. Okay, so what we need to do, we're going to create our loopback, which is according to our loopback notes on the right. It's going to be 5555, and we're going to create our tunnels PE1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So let's do set interface LO0.5 for loopback 5, family inet address 5.5.5.5/32. Fantastic. Let's move this up a bit. And since we're going to do some routing protocols later, let's put the router ID in. Set routing options. Router ID 5.5.5.5. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going from basically the core, which is router 5, to router 1. So I know that that's going to be set interface LT 0/0/0.5 to 1, so 51. Description, link to PE1, and we're going to put this encapsulation as Ethernet, and we're going to put it as a family inet address, and the address should be, so it's 10.10.15.5 10.10.15.5/24, and now we do its peer unit, so it's going to be peering with unit 15. Okay, that's fantastic. So if we do a commit check now, that's absolutely fine, even though for some reason it says it will work, but I've not configured the peer unit on the other side, so it will fail when it comes to check out. So let's do set interface LT 0/0/0.52, description, link to PE2, and again our encapsulation is Ethernet, and our address family is inet, and it will be 10.10.25.5/24, and the peer unit. Oh, okay, I didn't put the slash, I put a full stop. And the peer unit is going to be 25, so 2 to 5. And now let's do router 3, or connection to router 3. So setting interface LT 0/0/0.53, and it's going to be description, link to PE3. Again, encapsulation will still be Ethernet. And the address family is INET. And it will be 10.10.35.5/24. Let me just double check that that is correct. 10.10.35, yeah, great stuff. And the peer unit, now what is that peer unit? Peer unit is 35, okay, great stuff. And set the peer unit as 35. And now we do the last one, which is connection to P4. T0/0/0.54 description, link to PE4. Again, our encapsulation is Ethernet. And our family is INET. Address 10.10.45.5/24, and the peer address or peer unit will be 54, so that'll be 45. Lovely. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll pause the video here and I'll create the other ends of these links on PEs 1, 2, 3 and 4. I mean, you've seen me do it now on 4 logical tunnel interfaces here, so you don't need to see another 4. And when we come back to it in just a moment, I'll have those configured ready to commit. Okay, so the other PE devices have now been configured, so let's do a show pipe compare. So as soon as I commit this, we have our core interface, unit 51, 52, 53 and 54. So these are basically router 5 to routers 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our loopback, we have our router ID, and we have our individual connections from the 4 PEs to the core. Fantastic, so let's commit that. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so where we're at now is this is going to be the last time that we are using the global configuration mode for any of our further bits and pieces. So we will have to obviously go in there when we start doing this, and obviously these connections as well. But at the moment, our core now, we have connectivity set up throughout the core. So what we need to do, we need to set up our routing protocols now, so we can start doing things like our OSPF, do a bit of ISIS, and maybe a little bit of MPLS, and see where we're going with that. It should be great fun. But at the moment, we're now ready to rock and roll and go into each individual CLI for the logical systems and start doing the configurations there, as I said, rather than doing them into in normal global mode. So in the next video we're going to jump onto these devices and we're going to start configuring them for OSPF and see if we can start sharing the loopbacks between them all. Fantastic. I shall see you shortly.